Hey, what's going on, everyone? Sorry I haven't made a video in a while. I'm pretty sure that's how I started my last video, but just been hella busy lately. So I want to go back, and there was on my community wall for this channel, I had said about a month ago that I would answer the next 5 questions that were asked in the comments. So I want to make sure that I address those questions in this video. So the first question, I think the person kind of misunderstood, and he was kind of requesting a full-on video about resumes, using example resumes, blurring the names of people's emails, etc. So I will address resumes and interviewing in general, and hopefully that'll be helpful. But if you are aware of the Tech Lead, who's another YouTuber, far more popular than I am, he has a website where he personally helps, he and another person who I think is either from Facebook or Google, they help people with interviews and with like getting the resumes ready. And they have like cheat sheets and downloads that you can go through and kind of do a checklist on your resume to make sure that it is kind of up to snuff, ready to be put in front of an employer or a potential employer. And just off the top of my head, I mean, you just want to keep your resume really simple. Obviously, you want to have your personal information on there. You want to have any relevant education, like college. People like to see if you have like a bachelor's or a master's. You'll want to put definitely any relevant experience, work experience, but not necessarily any non-relevant experience. So you may think, well, that's bad, that shows a gap in employment, but if you're going for a junior position, then you're probably just going to be able to show like projects from your learning. So you'll want to highlight those in like your GitHub and your portfolio, which if you don't have a GitHub and you don't have portfolio, then you're going to want to get those things and put them on your resume. So the key takeaways are, don't highlight things that are not relevant to the job that you're trying to get, right? Like if you want to go get a front-end developer job, don't talk about like your managerial position at McDonald's for the last 5 years or whatever your past work experience is, because it's not relevant to the job that you're trying to get right now. Now, if you did have some front-end experience or you took a front-end course and you built a really cool project or anything like that, then that would be worthwhile to put on your resume so that the employer knows that you're capable of doing whatever it is that they're asking you to do for that position. So again, check out Tech Lead. I'll try and find that stuff and link it in the description if I can find his website or whatever. And this isn't like an affiliate or anything. I don't make any money off that. I just know that he already has a lot of really good resources out there already. And so, you know, if that's helpful to you all, that's really great. Moving on to the next question, which, by the way, if you haven't noticed, I'm pretty sick. I'm running a fever right now, so I kind of sound like crap. I'm sorry about that, but we'll see if we can get through this. I want to create an e-commerce web app. Is Stripe the best option for Visa, MasterCard payment method? And you can see I already answered these questions, just trying to, like, back when I first asked people to ask questions, I went ahead and responded because I knew I wasn't going to be able to make a video right away. So I'm kind of just reiterating these answers, but maybe in the longer form. Basically what I told Ivan is that Stripe is what I use for my clients, but do your own research and compare Stripe to PayPal and some of those other payment gateways to make sure that, you know, the fees are appropriate and that the service itself is appropriate for the project that you have in mind. So yeah, Stripe is a really good option for accepting credit card payments, and it's really easy to integrate and set up things like billing, recurring payments, and stuff like that. So definitely a thumbs up to Stripe if that's what you choose to implement. Okay, so the next one from Tanmesh, sorry if I'm saying your name wrong, is how to stay motivated when going through a course or learning a new technology. Is I sometimes feel like doing something else, like other technology, so basically being pulled in 10 different directions to learn this or that. So my advice here is just always have a little side project going, or if you're going through a course, you know, really focus on those projects that they give you and try to add like your own little twist or your own little flair to the project, something to keep it like let's say the project's pretty boring, and you know it's good for teaching you the concepts, but it's just not that exciting. Then like try to get creative with things that you can add to it, or ways that you can change the existing content of it to kind of make it suit your own personal brand or just something creative that you come up with. I think once you kind of make something your own and you get involved with it in that way, then it becomes a little more exciting. And if that doesn't work, then take what you've learned, get through the boring part of the learning, which to some people it's not. It just depends on what the content that you're learning is. But the point is, once you learn whatever it is, now it's time to actually employ that stuff in your own skills. Start a new project with what you just learned, even if it's a similar replica to the project from the course. And at this point, you have more creative ability, so you have more freedom to go and change it as needed to really come up with a project that is more creative and fun and something that will help you stay motivated because it's something that you came up with as opposed to something boring. Like, we're going to make an app that has like animals names or something. So not that that's not good for learning, but it's pretty abstract and it's not necessarily good for staying motivated. So okay, the next one from the original Pyro Beast is will Colt continue to update his Udemy courses even with the addition of his dedicated paid bootcamp? So I basically just said I can't speak for all of his courses. I only manage the Web Developer Bootcamp and the MySQL Bootcamp. I will continue to update those courses as needed. If something gets broken, I'll go back and make a note about it or fix it. Anything that I can possibly do to keep those things, working properly and staying up to date, I will. But in terms of Colt personally updating his Udemy courses, I don't know what his plans are. And then the dedicated paid bootcamp, I don't know anything about that either, so I'm not going to comment on it. Next one from Levi. Let's see here. Trying to make an app that enables search and return customized results. So if the data has tracking numbers, it will return a link for that tracking based on a local CSV file. Do you know where I could find a tool to help me achieve this? And I basically said it just sounds like a normal search feature. My Code Node course covers that sort of thing. So you'll need to import the CSV data to your database first. That's a pretty common task. And there are pre-made tools that exist for most major databases. So you would just search for how to import CSV to, and then whatever the database, so MySQL, MongoDB, etc. So if you search for something like that, you should find the appropriate tool. But yeah, just an app that enables search with customized results. Like I said, Code Node, my free course on Udemy, and DevSprout.io, it covers a search feature. So it'll pull data based on customized filtering and search keywords. So that's it for these 5 questions. We may do another one of these soon. I have some ideas for some other videos coming up. Hopefully I can get to them a lot quicker than the amount of time it took me to get to this one. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you all in the next video.